Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. I'm Tara and today is part 2 of our altered book collaboration of Foxglove Junk Journal in collaboration with Tatty Treasure and Nanine, Tanya from Tatty Treasure and Nanine from Collage Type. This is what I have done so far since last week when I saw you guys last. I went ahead and did this to the cover, and I'm not positive it's finished, but we'll see. I really like how it turned out. This is the back cover. I think it's pretty adorable, and I don't even feel like it needs a ton of stuff. I'm trying to be different in my creation on this one. I have got a lot of glue. I can see it right there. I usually have a tendency to be very, frilly and do a lot of stuff to my covers. And this one, I don't know, I like it in its simplicity and because the kit itself is being stood out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the Foxglove Forest kit, and they can be purchased on the Etsy shop of Collage Type and Tatty Treasures. Okay, there are 2 kits in a set of 30 pages. Here's the inside. We did this collage last week. And so what I did was I surrounded it with some lace, and bummer, I ran out of the lace, but that's okay. So in the back, I did the same collage pretty much, except I changed this right here so that there would be writing space, okay? And on this one, I did a little bit of random fun to do the edges, okay? Now we get to the meat and the heart, and we did these lovely tip-ins, which as you can see are really strong, okay? If anybody's wondering how the tip-ins did, as you can see, super good, okay? So if you're wanting to do a tip-in in your books, go for it. Just go for it. It's awesome. So today we're going to do some gluing for one thing, because we really need to get these together. So this particular set right here is going to be glued together as a pocket that's going to be on the side, okay? So for that, and I'm going to use my tacky glue instead of the other glue, the art glitter glue. I don't have much of it left, plus I think the tacky glue is better for this particular task. So just going to take it along this edge all the way to the edge, and then we're going to do it down this edge as well. And when you bring your pages up, if you're doing an altered book with me, okay, when you bring your page up, you're going to want to make sure you stand it up as straight as possible and bring them even, okay? Because if you have it leaning to the right, or it's too far to the right or the left, it's going to be uneven. But now you can see we have a good solid line here where the 2 pages met up, okay? Now, I'm not going to do it right now, but what I will probably do once this is dry and it's covered, I will probably do a thumb hole on one side of this so that you can tell it's a pocket. Now these pages, what we're going to do with these pages, oh, and I did cover that one. I'm not sure if I did that one with you. I think I did. But on these pages, we're probably going to paint them and make them with some acrylic paint and turn them into journal spots, okay? So any of the loose pages, for the most part, like this, that I don't have put together, will have acrylic paint on them, okay? And will be used as, like I said, as journal places. And then this is going to be a pocket. There's the pocket. See? Nice and big. And we're going to cover both sides with paper from our kit, so it'll be sturdy. Here's another one. Now this one I'm going to go ahead and do as a top loading pocket. So you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Okay. So we're just going to go along the bottom and along the side. If you've never done an altered book before, I don't have my daughter's that I did for her, but they're awesome. They turn out really cool. So if you've never tried it before, you should go for it. If you're interested, see, I didn't do what I just told you guys to do. Got to bring it up so it's even. Otherwise, you're off. Okay, there we go. And like the other one, I'll do a thumb hole here at the top. Let's see. Now this one I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. Okay. Doesn't take a ton of glue because it's going to be sealed here when we get done. Now I am not going to cover it yet. I mean, I'm not going to glue it to itself yet because I want to cover it. And I found in the last book that I did that I should have waited and glued it down as a pocket after I got the pages covered, because it would have been easier for me than the way I did do it. Because, yeah. Okay, I'm just looking. I did this over a year ago, so I'm looking at it going, okay, what was I thinking when I did this? I just want to make sure I get it right. And I'll probably be using like some what do you call it? I can't think. Coffee dyed papers in here as well to cover pages and pockets. But most of the covering I'm going to probably do is going to be with the Foxglove pages. To cover the pocket pages and stuff, these bigger areas. I do like to try. Now this, again, this part, these pages will be painted or covered with coffee dyed paper. So, yeah. Just wanting this to stay down. What we're going to do with this will be to cover this part, and then I will be cutting the paper so that it tucks in, and then these two are going to be let's see, do I want to do it like this? Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing it, I wasn't planning on it like this, but I think, let's see, or do we want to have it bent down like that? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to put these two as pockets, like on this other side, like this, and like this, and give them a backing. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And they'll be glued at these edges, and then this will be the opening, okay? So it'll be kind of a side pocket on each side, because I'm not sure that I like the way that would be constructed otherwise. Yeah. Like I said, I bent and folded all these pages well over a year. No, it's probably almost 2 years ago, because this has been sitting on my shelf for a really long time. So. not sure what that is. Glue. Yeah, so that'll be... I am like those other pages that are folded halfway. I'm not going to glue this to its page yet until I get it covered. That'll just make it easier for me than trying to do the covering after it's glued down to each other. That will just make it difficult. Bring that in just slightly. Okay. So those will be fun looking pockets. Be a little bit different. All right, moving on. More journaling space, and let's see here. Another pocket. This journal is definitely going to have quite a few pockets in it. Oh, stop. My hands are wavering. It's hard for me to do a straight line. Can't help it. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. I just kind of scoop my hand up. Stay up. Okay. I better, you know what I should be doing is putting these back on so I know which pages are glued together. I just realized because it's going to be kind of hard to find them if I've got, it's just going to be more difficult to see what's what. So let's just stick these back on where they are, where they belong. Yep. Now this one kind of, that's weird. Kind of got bent. Is this, oh, this is that one, that's why. Okay. Oh wow, that glue spread out really far. So we are gonna bring, that's weird. That was a long way for it to go. There we go. There we go. So whenever I need to open a pocket, I gently bring in my bone folder, and because I'm going to be covering this, it doesn't matter if it there. Obviously the glue spread itself enough that it glued this over, so it's fine. This is going to be covered anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. But if something like that happens, you can use something like a bone folder to kind of push your paper back where you want it to be. Okay, this one didn't even close right here. I have a spot. I can see it right there. And I've done a lot of these, and I have always had very, very good turnout with my pages staying together, and for whatever reason this one's kind of buckled on me, so I'm going to tear this here. Oh, or maybe not. Oh, I'm just going to have to make it work. Sorry. What I was going to say is that my pockets are sturdy. Once I get my papers on there and everything's glued together, the pockets are sturdy. So probably this happened because I didn't wait for it to dry long enough, and it kind of buckled and bent the paper a little bit when I was turning the pages. So it's all right. Okay. Back. So I think instead of moving on, I'm going to go ahead and cover. Let's do this one. Okay. And I'll probably, like I talked about with you guys before, I will probably do a lot of this by myself, you know, some of it by myself, for the simple fact that that way, you know, I get it done in time. Because otherwise I might be working on it on into September, and I like to get things finished. So all I'm doing, I'm leaving myself on this one here a little bit of space to go, if you look, so that I can fold this over into the pocket. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. I'm just using this edge as, okay. And like I did with the other part, I'm probably going to distress this inside. I like for it to be distressed. I'm going to turn this around. And I'm just using this as a guide. Okay, so where we're going to cut on this piece is along this line. Okay. And then up here. All right. When we turn this page, we can see where we need to fold this, because I want this to be secure, so I like to have it come over that edge. Doesn't have to. I mean, you could do it right up against the edge. You could frame it and let the edge of the paper from the book show. That's fine too. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, when we do this, it'll fit. We'll have a tiny bit of framing to work out here, but overall, this fits down right over that edge. Fits up at the top. And then this, of course, is going to be glued to that page. Okay? So that's going to be the background. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off, and then there. And we're just going to, oh, that part don't need it. This part does, sorry. Do this edging, get a little vintage photo on the edge here. Can't wait to get a new ink pad. This one is so difficult to deal with. All right, so there's that, and then I'm going to do this inside here. And I'm just using one of the really skinny, because I can come right in there and get that brown into that crevice. Got to get that grungy look going, you know. I changed brushes. I'm going to use this one to kind of bring it up the side a little bit. So I can use the bigger brush once I get it up on the main part. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wet my ink again because, well, I said again because I'm in the same day that I recorded Mass Monday, and I did that in the Mass Monday video. There we go. I'll get a little grime in there. I love that dirt, that look. I like that rusty, dark. I like it to be a backdrop for the papers I'm using, you know. Because when things age, they don't age evenly. Oops, I have got a tear right there, which is going to get covered, thank God, but it's not good. I'm going to put a little piece of tape. Let me grab a piece here. Where's my tape? I just don't want it to go any further, so while I'm working with it. There we go. Okay, little piece of Scotch tape. No big deal, right there. Now, since I wet that down, it's a little bit juicier. Maybe I can get a little bit more brown on here. Okay. And because I'm framing, I'm doing this. Because I know I'll probably have to gauge this so that some of that shows, and I want to make sure that it is got some color to it, so it just blends in with everything and not stands out super big. Okay, so now I think I will do this instead. I'm going to put it on the actual page. Okay. All right. So I hope this inspires you guys to give it a try. It's not a big deal. It's fun to alter a book. Once you get going, a lot of you know, and it's a lot of fun to do, like collaging on these pages too. I just decided to use this piece of paper as a whole because I like this design and I think it's pretty, and looks like, okay, there we go. Just gotta get it where it's on that edge. I'm just going to bring this along and wipe that glue. Okay. So it's a little bit off, but I'm not worried about it. You know me, because I know once I put it together and everything's on the page, it's going to look cute. And that's not going to stand out. It's just going to be, I mean, I may put some lace right there. So yeah, it's easy enough to fix. And then now I'm going to take this little piece, oops, and just glue it over the edge. So now this will have a nice smooth edge for the pocket. Oopsie. Okay. Okay, like so. See? Pretty. So now I want to decide what I want on this page. And I am thinking, Let me see here. Nope. I'm just looking to see if this rest of this can be used in any functional form. Not quite. I mean, it could be, but it'd be off, so we're not going to worry about that. What I do want to use maybe is, I did do some coffee dyeing with this. I didn't tell you guys about that. Let me see. I didn't do a ton, but actually I think that's, yeah, I coffee dyed. That's from the other kit. This is from the architectural kit, I believe. But I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. And you could also use like a book page. Let me show you. In fact, I was just thinking, why don't we use some music? Just looking here. Oh, here we go. This one. I'm gonna have to make a trip to my bookstore that I love so much and buy some more music books. She has tons of classical music books that I love to get. I totally cut that uneven. I can see it. A little better. Just want it to go into that corner. You will see me do this a lot throughout this book. I just like the inside of the spine area to have that brown. So I have to even this just a little bit more. Sorry guys, still not there. That's a little better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this in here. I'm just going to measure it the same way I did the other. This doesn't need to be up as high though because it's a pocket, and so it's just going to go down into the pocket. Yeah. Okay, making sure I'm and because this paper is so old, it'll also tear pretty easy. All right, let's see. Okay. Decided to go on the paper this time. Hopefully I can do a little better job. It just, when I go like this, I start to shake. And I'm right to left, not so much. Up and down, I do. I shake. Do my big X and my swirls here. So has anybody seen any good movies this week? It's still Friday for me, so I've not gone to see Sound of Freedom yet. I won't be able to talk intelligently about that until next week in the videos because I record a week ahead. So yeah. So I won't really be able to say what my opinion is. I already think I know what my opinion will be, but I'm sure I fully support what it stands for, the protection of children all around the world. It's happening whether we as people in society like to talk about it. You know, it's one of those things that polite society doesn't want to talk about. So yeah, human trafficking is a real issue. And that's all I'll say about it. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say those words on YouTube. I don't know the script on YouTube. Everybody's got, you know, there's all these rules. So I'm not sure. So now I'm going to bring this over, okay, and make sure that it gets as even as I can for this edge. And we are going to put some for the bottom. And we will have our first, like, slanted pocket. I'm just putting some on, let me show you, I don't think on the camera, there we go. I just put some there, and I put some on the bottom, and now I'm going to bring it and try to make sure I get it up to the right height. Make sure it's even. Okay. Oops. All right. Now I'm going to pause for a sec because I want this to dry before I start moving it around, because then we're going to do the back side, and I just want to make sure it's solid. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So there's our page so far. And that's a pocket. Okay. And now we're going to do this side, and I decided I want to put the rock page again. I have that in the front. I printed out like 3 of them because I wanted to use them in different spots. I think they're cool. Alright, so now we're going to do inside the crevice here again. Alright, and grab the round one. Because this is cardstock, this is printed on, it's a little thicker, so it's going to be, I'm going to bring it like to the edge. I'm not going to take it right down into that crevice, and that's why I am doing this. Probably already explained that, but I'm just explaining myself again in case. Alright. Put a towel under here, and that way I don't get it everywhere, but I'm going to do the edges. So they're done, and kind of everything is cohesive, you know, it looks congruent with each other throughout, even though it's not meant to be matchy-matchy. It won't be, because this kit has a lot of color variations in it. It has blue and green, and then it's got the collage, it's got the rocks. It's, you know, I'll probably be printing out a couple more pages of those, maybe of those collage pages. I really like those a lot. So okay, now we just need to, I'm just gonna frame again like I did in the front, I think, and not bring it all the way. So I'm gonna fold it up, and these pages I will probably like glue down a pocket, you know, or some tuck spot or something like that, or even maybe some coffee dyed paper so that it has a writing space on it with a frame of the rocks, you know, because that looks pretty cool. I like that. You know me, I do mention, I've noticed lately, I do mention framing stuff a lot. I mention collaging a lot. Distressing. There's certain things I think all of us have more of a leaning toward, you know. Okay, good. There's that. And now we're going to bring it over and give it a little frame over on this side, just a tiny little bit. Probably make it a little bit easier to glue it down if it's not going all the way to the edge. I did a lot of collaging when I altered the book for my daughter, and if you were with me during that one, it was the steampunk, more of the steampunk theme I did, and it turned out amazing. And yeah, so I probably will end up doing some of the same type of things in this one because I like that outcome. I think I'm going to take off just a little bit more on this edge. I want to see a little bit of the brown, a little bit more of the brown, I think, than I'm seeing. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I'm going to trim this right here. Probably should do Can you guys even see the brown? I can just barely see it from where I'm sitting, and I'm right here, so I don't know. Sometimes I watch people distress, and I can barely see it. I know they can see it, but I can just barely see it when it's on video. Not usually Pam. She's pretty good. She really, you know, gets in there. But her ink is usually pretty juicy. I'm telling you, this thing is full of ink. It just does not, the pad is bad in it, and that's why I'm getting a new set because I've wasted enough ink out of my refill bottle, you know. You know what I mean. It's annoying, you know. You spend $8 or whatever on that refill, and then you end up wasting most of it because it just goes and sinks right into the pad and doesn't even. That's just a nuisance. And I'm getting new ones of these. These are mine are so old, and this one is just like torn up. I've peeled off an entire layer. Okay, so I want to make sure. Yeah, this is up. I want to make sure I did it the right way. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue this puppy down. Glue it, glue it, glue it. Come on now. Oh, I'm so used to using my art glitter glue. I used to use nothing but tacky glue, and then I started with the art glitter, and I fell in love. And yep. I'm sure I've told you guys my story. I don't need to tell it again about art glitter glue. I ended up talking, well, via text, but it was really nice, to a friend of mine who was the one who helped me and Courtney get on our feet. We went to high school together. She's so precious, and we hadn't seen her in so long, and it was so nice to message with her. And then I didn't tell you guys, I got a birthday present from my sister, and a card and a nice little note, and yeah, so that was really very, very nice. She got me a mascara eyebrow like It's mascara serum and eyebrow serum to enhance your brows and enhance your eyelashes, and then the mascara that goes with the kit. So yeah, it's very cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm started using it, so I'm hoping that it will enhance my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I don't know about my eyebrows. They're pretty much gone, I think, but I'm hoping maybe it'll help my eyelashes. She said she uses it and it helped hers. So. All right, so there is that page, and there's the front, the pocket, okay? And then, cool. So let's see, where do we want to go now? I'm not pulling out paints and stuff, but let's go. Yeah, this paper is really thin. I don't remember. Tell me in the comments below if you were with me during the other altar book last year, if my pages kind of buckled on me a little bit when I glued it. I don't remember them doing that, but maybe they did. I don't know. Just seems weird because this, I just don't recall it doing it like that. Let's see, what time is it? Okay. I guess I will do one more. Looking here through these because there's so many pretty ones. Oh, where is this one? I know I did this as a tip-in, but I'll be honest, I don't care. I love this paper, so. Let's see. Didn't I use this one? I thought I did. I could have sworn I did. Oh, here it is. Thought so. Shoot. It's too close. It's right there. So I'll wait. I'll use it in the back, toward the back. Let's see. I did a pink one. Let's do this blue. Isn't that pretty? That is pretty. So I'm going to do a frame again on this one. This is a side pocket. So I will probably take and frame, and then let's get it right. And then distress. Okay. Okay. And then we'll take it to the other side. Now on the other side, I am not going to do a frame. I am, you know, though I could do some lace on the edge of, like the edge of the page. I'm not sure. I was thinking I'd take it right to the edge, but I'm going to turn the book around. I'm going to settle this into a crevice there, and then I'm going to trim it. Grab my pencil. Get back in there. You see why I don't measure? This is why I don't measure stuff. That's it, right there. Because it's hard for me. I end up messing it up more than if I just do it eyeballing it. All right, let's try it. And we are going to do some distress here. If you've noticed, I'm not talking a lot. It's because I am concentrating. And I also am a little tired. I woke up at 12:30 last night. So, yeah, one of those nights. Don't know why. Just did. And it's now like 10:15 and I'm feeling it. You know how you get to a certain point and you're like awake and then you like... After a while, you get tired. That's where I am. I'm kind of tired now. There. Okay, now you got to do that page edge because we framed it. And if you remember what I said earlier, when I frame something, I want to make sure and like darken the edges. You're like, okay, stop repeating yourself. We know you darken the edges. No, you guys aren't rude like that. You're such sweethearts. You wouldn't say that to me. You'd probably just tell me, it's okay. We're used to you repeating yourself. I love you guys. There we go. Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? I always lose my train. I'll think of it. Man, I really love that page. I do. Good job, guys. So pretty. Oops. Now, this part, when I cover it and this edge, I probably will do some lace on this page. Plus, I think it'll look really pretty with this blue paper. Yeah, I just think it will. I'm pretty sure that lace is called for on this page, just even if it were just for the paper. But I know because I've got these wrinkles in my edges there, I want to kind of cover them up. But that's okay. It gives me an excuse to use my lace. I have so much lace. I was very blessed with what you guys have given me and then what I had already purchased from my friend Barbara on Facebook. Yeah, so I just have a lot of lace and I don't use it as much as I probably should, actually. Oh, cool. That's kind of funny. Even though I cut that... Oh, no, I see why it did it, because I tucked it all the way back. That's true, so that it would frame. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to leave... I want this edge to be strong, and that paper is not strong. So I am probably going to, you know... I wonder if my clear tacky would work better. Let's try it, shall we? I'm just about coming out of the bottle. Now, this is not a Sugar Bell bottle. This is a dollar store bottle. Ketchup or, you know, one of those that you can put ketchup and mustard and mayo in. Yeah, just a squeeze bottle. And the difference in them is not a lot as far as the bottle goes, but it's the nozzle is larger, and that's why a lot of us love the Sugar Bell bottles. Those are also in the Amazon list below in the description box. But we like the Sugar Bell because you get that nice small nozzle. Now I'm gonna have to be careful here and not stick this to another page and not glue it shut, which I might have already. I'm trying to get it to the edge as close as possible because, like I said, I have a feeling that that paper needs to be reinforced on here. So hopefully that glue is not, it's as tacky as the white glue. Oh, I got some right there, darn it. Let's see, I want to make sure I don't let this glue together here. And I believe I told you guys I was going to do a thumb hole, which I am. Let's see. Oh, that paper's really, look at that. Okay. That way now you can see into the pocket. I'll probably, I don't know what I'll do here. I'll probably do some distressing here so that it's not so obvious. But there's that, and that matches really well right there. Oh, come on now. So I think we're gonna stop there because I need to let that page dry. This one is wetter. That is what I'm seeing. It is a wetter tacky glue, and it's not drying quite as quickly as the white does. So I probably won't be using it on stuff that I need it to dry quick. Anyway, I think it's time for us to say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you gleaned some value from this video, please hit a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment to get them out there, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of the Terrace Tate family. Join us on Facebook for Creatives Inspired Corner. That's our Facebook group, and I hope I see you there. You guys have a blessed day. I love you. Jesus loves you. And be well. Bye-bye.